everyone. The clouds started coming in, and that meant rain. I had no idea we would have about a week of rain. I was so excited about doing all kinds of things outside, and this was about the last I was able to do anything outside for about a week. You'll be finding that I love being outside, and I actually will be filming in the rain like my intro. Those of you who are living on the East Coast know exactly what has been happening to us here for a while. But so far, everything seems to look okay. This is my spinach patch, and it is sprouted. I cannot pick it yet, but as the recording of this narration, it's actually having its true leaves. Well, this is another day, and we are going to be doing all of the things that I do every single day. All of us do. Cooking and cleaning and doing the chores around the house. The first thing that I decided to do this morning was to make a quick batch of vegetable soup. Very simple and easy. Put it in the crock pot. That way I can get out and work, and I can be outside as long as I can. I just followed a simple vegetable soup recipe, and then I added some barley in it, which gives it more nutrients, and also it fills you up better. I'm finding that if I use barley, I can use barley in place of meat. All right, so that's all we had to do to make this soup. But it does call for a half a teaspoon of fresh thyme and a teaspoon of fresh parsley. Wow, let's go out in the garden and see if we can find those items. All right, we're gonna go see if we can find some parsley. I think I've seen some that lasted all winter long. So let's go do that, and then I have a lot of time. I have a lot of time up here. Would you believe in the evening we are starting to hear the tree frogs? My husband would call them peepers. They sound so pretty at night, and I normally used to hear them more towards the summer, but we are hearing the frogs at night, and it just helps make me realize that spring is finally here. So years ago, what I used to do is I used to film a couple days in one. As I get older, it's getting harder and harder to do that. So I typically film every day, and that's one day is one filming. Well, at the end of the morning, I always film first thing in the morning. For me, I'm a morning person. As soon as I wake up, I get started on my day. Well, today is no exception. What I do is in the morning, my house is all cleaned up. I do all of my filming, and then I turn off the video and I go ahead and I clean up again. So today I'm not turning off the video and I'm going to film again. It's interesting because it's such a part of my life. But I like to show you every once in a while behind the scenes and just keep that camera rolling. So I have a meal for our children. I'm working on a product review of a rice cooker. I have a mess in the kitchen from a previous video that I just filmed. And I have to get my house back in order. I cannot function when things are not in order. So we're gonna get right back into order again. Honestly, for the first 7 years of my life, where I had to haul water, I had to heat water, I had to film, I had to do the laundry outside most of the time, I don't know how I accomplished all of it. I was a few years younger, of course, but I don't know how I did it all. Now I do have the modern washing machine, and I'm able to use my hot water. Now my hot water comes out very slowly. I still don't have quite the amenities that most people are used to, but my goodness, I've really come a long way with having some modern equipment. But when it comes down to it, it's these two hands. that have to get it all done. So I'm gonna go ahead. I am going to film the rest of this video in high speed, and hopefully it motivates you a little bit, because I love these kind of videos. So, see you guys again tomorrow, and enjoy the rest of this video. There are some days that I have to clean my kitchen 2, 3, 4 times in one day. I'm the kind of person that I have a lot of things going at one time. Now, I'm not quite as good as I used to be at doing that, but I still am. I am constantly doing things at one time, as you can see here. I love these kind of videos because they really motivate me. So what I'm doing is I'm getting my solar pack and getting my little grill, and I'm making the reduced steak and the grill outside because the alarm systems keep going off every time I use the grill in the house, and it always scares me. So we're going to just grill our meat outside. And of course, when I'm outside, I get it all done. Now, I do not have ADD. I just like to get things done really quickly. Solar units are a big part of my life, even though I don't show them a whole lot. I just use them for lighting and different things, and I'm always charging things up. I really like the solar units. They're not worth the money at all, but they are nice to have because I was able to get them for free. I would never buy a solar unit unless I would buy maybe one just to have for emergency that would keep the internet or the laptop going. Mostly these solar units do not run big equipment like refrigerators. Just got to learn on the old-fashioned skills if the electricity would ever go out. By 3 o'clock, I usually try to have my YouTube work done, and then that way I can do the things that I enjoy off the camera, and that is my greenhouses. I love to spend a lot of time out there. I love to spend a lot of time just walking around my property and trying new things, doing different decorations. I love decorating, then redecorating, then decorating, then redecorating. I love to do all of those things. So I am just looking at everything here and seeing if there's anything I need to change, and then I'm always coming up with new ideas. Now, sometimes my ideas do not work very well, like this one. So this was a really cheap, flimsy little fence that I got for free, and it was just awful. It didn't work out very well at all. I ended up having to just throw it out. It just kept falling apart. And that's all right, because we learn these things, and not everything is well made and high quality, that's for sure. For the most part, life is made up of small achievements. You know, the little things like getting that solar unit to work. While we do have some small failures, but we always focus on the achievements of the day. Every day, you have just done a small achievement. You got to think about it. It could be the smallest thing that you achieved and that you did, or it could be a really big thing, but every day is made up of small achievements for the day. And that's what I try to focus on, not the big list of things that I didn't get done, but the small things that I got done. The little things really do add up.